Hello, everybody. I'm the 49er Elite, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Now, you're going to notice a couple of things when we spawn in. So, this is not where I left off. This is not what I was wearing when I left off. This wasn't the weapon I had when I left off. So, when I recorded the last episode, um, I was still learning how to use the program I used to record. I used the Elgato, and I was learning how to actually record using the Elgato program. Basically, I fought Godric and didn't record any of it. I beat him first try, didn't record a single thing. I lost too much footage. I lost a lot of footage in with my last series in general. I wasn't happy with it. I really wasn't. So I have spent probably the last week or so. Um, I basically went through and 100% of the game. And I say 100%, I don't mean 100%. Um, I 100% of the game to the best of my ability. There were a couple of things I missed, a couple of things I didn't know existed until it was too late. I went through and I earned the achievement for getting all legendary talismans, summons, sorceries, and incantations. I missed out on the one for all the weapons because there's actually a weapon you could get in Lendel that I didn't know about that you can't get um, after you reach a certain point in the game. I'm not going to spoil it. I almost did because we are going to play through this whole game. We're not going to do every single dungeon. We're going to do a couple of them that I want to do because, like I said, I went through and I got everything. And I mean everything. Like, these are all the fucking weapons that I have. I got double Reduvia because I already fought the dude over there that spawns to where you could get another one. Um, I got fucking everything, man. Like, this was one of the legendary weapons that I didn't know existed. So, I got that. Um, I got a lot of the quest stuff too. I went through and I completed all of the quest lines. The only one I didn't complete to get the ending was Dung Eaters, and that's because I have no fucking idea where he goes after you free him. So I never found him. Um, you get this weapon for completing the quest line and the ending. Well, you get this doing one of the quests that I'm gonna do in this one. It's actually the ending that we're gonna get. It's one of my favorites. It is the deathbed companion ending. Um, I actually have builds laid out for what I wanted to do. Now, originally, this was going to be the Madness build. I have fully upgraded Vike's War Spear, which you get from killing a hostile NPC that spawns when you go here. He spawns up here, and you get Vike's War Spear from that. And then I also have all of Vike's armor, the fingerprint set. You get that from killing the actual Vike in this Everjail. Then I picked up, because I went through and I actually did underneath Lindell, which is one of my least favorite areas in the entire game. But you get this shield. It's the heaviest shield in the game. It is very good though. Like, I was using it and I just didn't really like Vike's War Spear. I think it attacks too slow for me. But this Great Shield is fucking incredible. The guard boost on it is absolutely insane. Like, I can tank hits from bosses and be fine. So I think it's definitely going to be a build that I'm going to do at some point. I'm just not going to do it for this one. Um, I went through and I killed all the shard bearers. So in my last run, I killed Melania. I picked up the Hand of Melania. I also picked up her spell, the Scarlet Aeonia, which is pretty fucking sick. Um, I killed Moog in Mogwin Palace, and Mogwin Palace is going to be somewhere that we go again. Uh, for that run, I was like super high intelligence. Like, I think I had 70, I want to say it was 72 intelligence to end off. Like 72 intelligence, super high faith as well. I was doing the build with the Sword of Night and Flame, which you can pick up in Carrier Manor. I was also using Lustat's staff. Yeah, Lustat's Glintstone staff, which enhances the power of sorceries, but it makes them consume more FP. It was very fun. Magic is very strong in this game, and like I knew that was a thing, but I'd never like fully gotten into it and tried it. It is very strong. There was some bosses where I could kill in under 30 seconds using magic. The bosses that actually gave me the most trouble were naturally Melania and the fucking fire giant, dude. Like, there's a boss that you fight up here, and it's the fire giant. And I think it took me like 6 or 7 tries to fucking beat him. And that's never happened before. Because every time I've ever played this game before, I was using some kind of status effect. Like, I was doing frost, I was doing poison, I was doing bleed, I was doing something. And I wasn't doing anything. Like, that was the big issue I had with the last build that I did to actually go through and 100% the game, was I was doing no status effect. And in this game, one thing I found out is you really have to be doing some kind of status effect. It just makes things easier. There's a lot of bosses in this game that go down fairly quickly when you're inflicting some kind of status. So for this build, and this is actually how I ended up beating Melania, is I had to completely switch up. So I went and I got the hook claws, which I already had, but I was like, you know what? I could try these. These do bleed. And I could upgrade them fully at that point. So I upgraded them. I put Hoarfrost Stomp on them. So I was doing basically the same thing here. I was doing 105 Frost and just switch that for 60 Bleed. I was doing Frost and Bleed. I was using the Mimic Tier Summon, and it was actually a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed using the claws. The last time I played this game and actually picked up the claws, I didn't know that if you actually go to dual wield it, you pull out a second claw. I thought that you had to have 2 of them to dual wield, but I really like the claws. So after I beat the game, I was like setting up my next build, which I do, and I was like, okay, well, the claws were pretty fun. So I went and I found these Bloodhound claws, and these slip through guard. So I was like, okay, you know, that's a little bit better than the hook claws. I'll upgrade those, and I'll add on Frost. And so I did. I upgraded these to plus 25 as well, which, if you don't know, it costs 12 of every single smithing stone plus 1 ancient dragon smithing stone to upgrade a weapon to plus 25. So you got 24 just between these two. And then I found these, which do poison, which I thought would just be cooler than, you know, regular bleed. I feel like everybody does bleed in this game. So I found these, and I was like, ooh, poison. So I upgraded these to plus 25. So that's another 12 of every smithing stone, plus another ancient dragon smithing stone. But these do frost and poison, and I feel like this is what we're going to use for the majority of this run. Now, I might switch up. Sorry, I just woke up. I might switch up and go with the Serpent Bone Blade, which is a katana that I've wanted to use for the longest time. Scales B on Dex, 66 poison buildup, super, super cool weapon art. And just like the look of it and everything. And then this is the its ability. Very, very cool. So we might go with that. For tunnels and stuff where we have to do like striking damage, I picked up both of the weapons that you can get only after you've beaten the end of the game. So I picked up Marika's hammer, and then I also got the great sword. Where is it? Right here, Sacred Relic sword. Picked up both of those. I tried to get all of the bosses stuff, or at least all the ones that I would ever use. Now, there was some stuff that I just didn't go through and get because it wasn't relevant to me. But otherwise, it took quite a while, and it was definitely a challenge to try and 100% this game. But anyways, that's enough rambling for me. So for this build, I call it the Ghost of the Lands Between build, and we're kind of gonna rock out like this. I got the Ronin set. I got this mask. I got these two claws. Like I said, we might switch to the Serpentbone blade. And then I might, once I can get more levels and scale more into Arcane, I might pick up the Serpentbone bow, and then start using that. Like I went through and I prepped that. I have a shit ton of fucking poison arrows. I actually did a ton of crafting at the end of the game, and I crafted a ton of different stuff. Now I have to switch up my my talismans because I planned to be the Madness build, so all my talismans are centered around that. I mean, that poise would be nice, but I think I'm gonna go with the Rotten Winged Sword Insignia, which will definitely help. I don't need the Great Jar Talisman anymore. I was very heavy with my last build, so I definitely needed the Great Jar Talisman. Oh, I didn't sell that. Whoops. Well, I will. I don't know what we should use. I mean, I guess we could just go with the Gold Scarab, which I used for the majority of my last playthrough. Very, very nice. I did pick up the Silver Scarab too. Poisoning or rot in the vicinity. How does this actually work? Like, does this, like, if I poison somebody, does it increase my attack power? Because I do poison buildup, but I don't know how those actually, like, how that actually works. If it works the way it says it does. I'm not sure. I'll go with the Dragon Crest Great Shield. Probably the best talisman in the game, honestly. You can only find it at the Halig Tree. I could just go for raising dex. For now, we'll just go with the Pearl Drake Talisman. Vastly boost non-physical damage, so that's magic, fire, lightning, and holy. And then this does all of the physical. So I think we'll rock out like this for now. I do have an idea for what I want to do in this episode. We're going to head down and we're going to do Morne Castle, which I know you guys have probably already seen. I don't actually remember what all I didn't lose footage for in my last episode. What this? Arteria leaf, thanks. We'll talk to Bach. Bach's cool.
Some clod turned me into a tree. You will just break. Thank you. The name's Bach.
Little buddy.
Ended up as a tree.
Do I have the You're Beautiful prattling pate? Because I need that for his, Yep.
You're beautiful.
You actually need that prattling pate for his questline. Which I think we might do. Like the one time I did it before, I fucked it up. And I accidentally got him killed. It was really sad, because I like Bach. Bach's pretty cool. Yoink. I love this game. This game makes me so happy. What's up, dude? I'm pretty strong. I don't remember what level I ended on, but it's pretty high. And this is New Game Plus, which I know some people don't do, but there's some builds you literally can't do without doing New Game Plus. Like any build involving the end boss rewards, so like the Sacred Relic Sword or Marika's Hammer. Like, you can only get those after you've beaten the game. Like, after you've actually beaten the game. So I feel like people that do New Game Plus, like, you're just kind of locking yourself out of some pretty fun weapons. Like, I've used Marika's Hammer before. It is very, very good. Like, super, super strong. And it's going to be our weapon of choice in the tunnels and against bosses where we have to do striking, and slashing damage isn't really going to work for us. We're basically just going to speedrun down to Morne Castle. I don't know. I might do some dungeons offline, but for the most part, I'm pretty much just going to show you guys like main areas of the game. I feel like one of the issues I had with my last playthrough is like it took me absolutely ages to get anywhere. And I don't want this to drag on for too long. Like, this episode's already kind of getting a little bit long. I don't want to make these too long. I'm going to try and kill every boss first try. Now, I feel like the bosses where we're going to have the most trouble with that are Malekith. Probably my least favorite main boss on the game, like non-optional.
Is somebody there?
We'll talk to Arena real quick.
My name is Arena. I've escaped from the servants there. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see.
It might be the blindfold that makes your eyesight weak.
My good father, Sekiro, decided himself to stay.
Give me the letter.
Have since come for everyone. I fear it's no different at least. Would you mind taking a letter to my soul wishes that
Oh, I got you.
Thank you, then please.
How many times can one lady say please? Hello, please. Would you please take this, please? To my father, please. Please. She's cool. She actually has a separate quest line later in this game. Now, I won't show you until we beat Morne Castle. Because, spoilers. But I will show you. It also doesn't involve much anything until after we beat Stormveil and Godric. I'm buying, my dude. Give me that stone sword key. Do I want anything else here? Not particularly. Take your smithing stones. Pretty strong, I'd say. I mean, it is just a merchant, but I think, like I explained in a previous episode, I kill the merchants in this game. And then I give all of their bell bearings to the lady at the round table hold, which I did already go through and unlock. It was necessary for me to actually go through and upgrade Marika's Hammer because I forgot to before I started New Game Plus. And I wanted to get that to plus 10. Just that way I don't have any issues in the tunnels in this game. And I mean, I probably could have gotten away with the standard Marika's Hammer for Limgrave tunnels, which I already completed. But you know, just for the flex, get Marika's out. Fucking hit me, douchebag. Just get Marika's Hammer up to plus 10. Easy. I'm gonna try not to speedrun through this too much. Well, at least like this is an optional area of the game. So I'm not gonna quite show it off as much as I would like a legacy dungeon. Now my summon that I'm gonna use for this is actually Black Knife Tish, who I've gotten before and I've never really used. I've never given her a chance to shine. So I'm gonna see how Black Knife Tish fares against these dudes. Pretty cool. Where are you going? Get him. No, not me. Their moveset's so fun. The Black Knife is actually a build that I want to do. At some point, like, I have everything for it. I got the armor, I got the weapon. I wish, like, it's, like, the dodge that they do, that, like, hop step away. I wish that it would give that to you. Stop fucking hitting me, dickhead. Whoa, dogs. I'm not dying to dogs, no thank you. That was terrifying. Ow. Alright. Well, I gotta say, I'm still pretty underwhelmed with Black Knife Tish. I might switch up and go with the Mimic. I mean, the Mimic is, it just is the strongest fucking, it's the strongest in the game. Cool, missed. I feel like the poison definitely takes a lot longer to build up than the frost. Granted, I do have the frost to 105 per hit, so the frost triggers a lot sooner than the poison. So we might not actually see the poison tick until we fight like a boss. I'm pretty excited to use it on some of the bosses we got coming up. Like at Stormvale, we got Margit the Fell. And then we've got Godric. Come on in. Come on in. Nah. Get out the air, fucker. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got an arrow sticking out of me. Oh, that looks like it hurts. We gotta go talk to Arena's dad. What's up, guys? These weapons are so fun. They attack so often. I'm really liking them so far. And here's Arena's dad.
There's a face I've not seen before. I'm Edgar, warden of this castle, as ordained by Lord Godric himself.
Lord Godric, huh?
Things have turned out. The menials have all rebelled. They gave me good service, or so I thought. But it seems it was all an act. Foul creatures, as it said, and true enough, they're foul inside and out.
They probably smell foul. Have you seen them?
But whatever you come here to do, I'm afraid. Take this. By way of
Thanks. Actually, the sacrificial twig's pretty cool.
I see.
It's a talisman.
Thank you.
And once you die, like, it's used up, but you don't lose your runes.
Even if the castle should fall, to ensure the treasured sword of Morne does not fall.
The treasured sword of Morne. It's funny because I have one of those in my inventory right now. But I'll pick up a second one, because Castle Morne's pretty fun. You get to fight all the misbegotten. Hit. I gotta switch up my flasks. I definitely don't need 5 flasks for FP, considering I'm not gonna be doing probably anything involving FP besides fucking what I'm currently doing, like summoning. Pickled turtleneck. Ew. I've been playing Demon Souls lately. It's pretty fun. And the mimics in this game, like the not the mimics, the silver tiers are just straight up the same enemies that I've been fighting in Demon Souls. Like, they're just like a ball of slime and they have like a shield on them. Literally the exact same enemies. Well, that worked out great. It's pretty easy to fall down here and die, just because you spawn into like 4 rats, and then on top of that there's a misbegotten in there. Those guys can kill you pretty quick. I've noticed in FromSoft's games that like the enemies that you would think would be the weakest are actually the ones that fuck you up the most. Like the dogs, the wolves, the fucking rats, the birds. Like, they just do that. Like, they attack quicker than they should. Because all the other enemies have like a build up to their attacks or something, and then you get the rats and they just like bite you, and they're just like hang 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 hang. They can fuck you up. Come on then, my guy. Oh, that's very strong. Oh man. That was really easy. Black Knife Tisha's ability is actually pretty sick, because if he hits you with that like blood blade, it almost looks like it actually takes off a large chunk of the boss's health, and then they can't get that back. And it actually deals damage over time. But that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Comment down below anything you'd like to see me do with this series, anything you'd like to see me do on this channel. This channel is going to be for everything. Like, I have another channel, it's just Madden. This channel is for everything else I want to play. So if you guys have any suggestions for games you want to see me play, I do have a PC, I do have a PlayStation 5. I will do my best to accommodate you guys and do whatever you guys want to see. And if you enjoy my content, feel free to subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.